Switching our attention to Fort Myers, out with the bad language, in with the new. There's a motion to keep the offensive language out for good. In a 6-1 vote, Fort Myers City Council is asking the city attorney to draft an ordinance that would fine you, maybe even jail you, if you use language considered offensive during city council meetings. 4 in Your Corner's Tara Smiles at City Hall explaining why some people feel like this would violate their First Amendment rights.
And I just think it's inappropriate.
It all started with this proposed ordinance, the Pledge of Civility, led by Councilman Fred Burson.
The only thing I was trying to get across was to be polite and appropriate.
Burson says offensive language that's described as rude, racist, and demeaning has been getting out of hand. And he says an ordinance to keep it out of council chambers would do just that.
Councilman Streets has been called the dumbest black man I've ever seen. That's inappropriate. Mayor Henderson's been called the dumbest white man I've ever seen. That's inappropriate.
People who violate the proposed motion could be fined up to $500 or up to 60 days in jail. Community activist Anthony Thomas says this motion was targeted towards him and others who have spoken out in council meetings.
But as I told them, I welcome the privilege of being arrested if that's what they want to do. But we're not going to be cowards, and we're not going to allow them to stop us from exercising our First Amendment right.
We did ask a local lawyer to get his take on how constitutional this is.
I think it's well-intentioned, and I think it's probably appropriate for the times, but I'm afraid it's unconstitutional.
And Burson feels it's a motion that will help the flow of meetings.
We just don't need to be calling each other names, because the real issue gets lost then in the name calling.
And the city attorney is being tasked with drafting an ordinance for this motion. And city activists say they plan to fight it. From now reporting in Fort Myers, I'm Tara Smiles, Fox 4, in your corner.